The Magic School Bus gets programmed. You wouldn't believe these crazy things that happen in Miss Frizzle's class. Like the day it was our class turn to open the school. We came to school early and got our job list. Ring the bell, unlock the doors, raise the flag, make up a greeting for the day, turn on the lawn sprinklers, set up the coffee machine in the teacher's room, prepare attendance sheets. There was so much to do. While we were wondering how we could do all these jobs, Mr. McLean came in with a humongous box. He told us that Mr. Rue, our principal, wants us to set up what was inside, wherever it was. You know how I said crazy things happen in Miss Frizzle's class? Before we even opened the box, one of those things happened. Miss Frizzle's popped out. "Good morning, class," she announced. "Miss Ruth's new super-duper computer has arrived." "A computer!" shouted Carlos. "That's it! We get a computer to do our jobs." Sometimes Carlos has good ideas, and this was definitely one of those times. First, we hook up the screen, which, by the way, is called the monitor. Then we plug the keyboard into the main part of the computer. We plug it in the mouse and print it too. Carlos turned on the computer, but it didn't do much of anything. "Right now," explained Miss Frizzle, "this computer is just an idle machine. It needs instructions to tell it what to do." "But we don't know how to give it instructions," said Carlos. "What we need is a computer expert to help us. It can only do our work if we know how to work it." "Boy, we're happy you are the very person we need in the classroom." It was Carlos' little brother, Mickey, the computer dude. Lucky for us, Mickey had come to school early to clean out his desk. "Hola, Frizzies, I heard you yelled for help." Mickey sure didn't waste any time. He started plugging cables into the computer. He told us to go out and plug the 3 amps in the cable into the bell, the doors, the flagpole, the loudspeaker, the sprinkler, and the coffee machine. When we came back into the classroom, Mickey told Carlos to record this morning greeting. It's what Carlos said into the tape recorder. "Hi, how are you? Nice to see you. Thanks for coming to school. Enjoy your day." Then Mickey plugged the tape recorder into the computer too. Mickey started typing on the keyboard. We couldn't understand the signs on the screen, but he was telling the computer to do all our chores. "Now I saved what I typed," said Mickey. On the screen, we see a little picture of the school. There was also pictures of the school for each job we had to do. Miss Frizzle told us that those little pictures are called icons. To choose a job for a computer to do, you just use the mouse to point in a certain icon. Then you click the mouse. Just click on the school icon and watch all your jobs get done, said Mickey. We couldn't believe it, but everyone started happening at once. We even heard Carlos greeting the school over a loudspeaker. The door came open and closed again. The bell rung and rung. The sprinklers continued spreading water. The coffee machine continued making coffee. And the printer keeps printing copied attendance sheets, and the school flag gets up and down. "Where'd you go, Mickey?" we all cheered, but Mickey wasn't listening to us. He was looking inside the computer. He looked like he was trying to get inside the computer. "Boy, I have to know what's right in here," he said. "I mean, what really happens to my instructions once I've typed them?" Miss Riddle was getting ready to send Mickey inside the computer. He put a set of earphones on his head. "Now you can have your own guided tour," she promised. "And since the fastest way to get information in the computer is on a disk," she continued, "take a risk and make like a floppy disk." Mickey's chair started spinning around really fast. As it spun, it got flatter and flatter until Mickey turned into a disk. Then, like magic, the disk flew right in the opening in the computer. "Wahoo! Disk drive, here I come!" he cheered happily. We still were staring on the computer with Mickey inside when things got really weird. The school bell rang again. Carl's greeting came over the loudspeaker again. From the window, we could see the flag coming down and going back up the flagpole, and the sprinkler went on right in Miss McLean's face. The computer was doing all our jobs over again. The computer was doing something wrong, Phoebe said. The next thing we knew, the computer was doing the odd job for the third time. In fact, it was repeating jobs every minute. We're in big trouble now. Let's go in there and get Mickey out before Miss Rules gets here, suggested Phoebe. Splendid idea, Phoebe, said the Frizz, getting that twinkle in the eye. You know a school bus is magic. But then remember to mention when it comes when the Frizz whistles. Well, it does. We all climbed among the MSB, except for Arnold. He volunteered to stay behind in case Miss Rule showed up early. When we all started to shrink, I began to think Arnold had a good idea. A disk. The bus will turn into a floppy disk if we ask it, said Miss Frizzle. I bet you can guess what happened next. We turned into a disk, and it might appear in your computer. Inside this drive, a motor started spinning us around fast. Then something that looked like a long metal toothbrush began sliding across the disk. What's with the toothbrush thing? Carlos asked. That's a read, right head. It's reading instructions and other information stored on the floppy disk, Miss Frizzle explained. It will change the information on the disk into electrical signals and send it into the main part of the computer. The read right head was getting awfully close when the Frizz says, Okay, bus, do your stuff. Just in time, the bus turned into a teeny plump with us in it. Now we had a really good view of the inside of the computer. We couldn't see Mickey anywhere. Wait, said Wanda. Mickey was going to find out what happened to his instructions, right? And instructions are information, right? And the information is in those flashing signals, right? So if we follow the signals, we find Mickey. We believe the panels in the ceiling of the bus opened and skateboard came down for all of us. If you've ever been Miss Frizzle class, you can believe anything. Next thing we knew, we were skateboarding through the inside of the computer. Wow, where are we? Asked Wanda. You're skating the cables that one from the disk drive to the motherboard. The motherboard is the heart of the computer, shouted Miss Frizzle from the plinth. The motherboard was full of wires, and the wires were carrying electrical signals on the one coming from our floppy disk. This must be how information travels around the computer, said Ralphie. Next, the information landed in a big square thing in the middle of the motherboard, but still no Mickey. What's going on in there anyway? Wondered Wanda. It's all wires and lights. Miss Frizzle explained that the square thing was the part of the computer that's in charge of everything that happens inside. It handles every bit of information that comes in and goes out, she said. That's right, why it's called the Central Processing Unit, or the CPU for short. Little did we know that Mickey was right nearby, listening to a guided tour through his earphones. Here's what he said. You have just entered the computer random access memory, also lost RAM. A computer can't follow a list of instructions if it can't remember them. These RAM chips hold the instructions, while the CPU follow them. Cool, Mickey said. Meanwhile, back at school, the computer was still doing a job over and over and over and over and, well, let's put it this way. Arnold was not having a good day. Make that deal for Mr. Lean. But what could we do? We still couldn't find Mickey. Wait, said Wanda. Mickey said he stored his instructions permanently. Remember? So where does information get stored? In the hard drive, called Miss Frizzle from a blimp. It's over that way. Mickey couldn't hear us because of his earphones. What we could hear was Mickey tour guide was saying, Welcome to the hard drive, where disks are hard instead of floppy. This is where information is stored, so it can be used over and over again. Mickey, shouted Dorothy Ann, you're gonna help us. Something wrong with the computer. Wrong? Said Mickey. With finally taking off his headphones, I checked everything out and it working great. Information coming from the keyboard and the floppy disk and getting changed into electrical signals just like it's supposed to. And the CPU is deciding what to do with them. We've got to get out of here, yelled Wanda. No sweat, said Mickey. Computer send information out as well as bring it in. We just go out with the output. Look, shouted Miss Frizzle from the blimp. There's some information on its way out the printer now. Just go with the flow. Don't ask me how, but the whole blimp turned into a bunch of skateboards. And we followed this information to the printer. The Frisk joined us and soon we're on our way out. Boy, was Arnold ever happy to see us popping out of the printer. Mickey went straight to the computer. While Miss Frizzle explained to us that a computer isn't really smart. It's just a machine. A computer needs instructions it can understand to tell it what to do and how to do it, she said. Those instructions are called a program. And if there's even one teeny-weeny mistake in the program, asked Mickey, everyone calls Kaflooey. Mickey printed out his program so we could check it out. Let's see, he said. Bell doors, flag, greeting, sprinklers, coffee, attendance sheets. Suddenly Wanda gasped and said, it said repeat every minute instead of every day. No wonder everyone is happening again and again, said Mickey. The computer doing what I told it to do. Which is all computer ever do, chimed in the Freeze. Mickey changed the word minute to day, stored the new and improved program in a hard drive, and we were up and running. Just in time too, because Miss Rue was on his way to a classroom. What's going on here? He asked. The school seems to be getting ready by itself. When we explained that the computer was doing our job for us, Miss Rue looked mad. He said he had told us to set up the computer, not program it. Am I supposed to be pleased? Well, I'm not. He yelled at us, angry. I warned you about the crazy things that happened in Miss Frizzle class. Do you believe me now?